First time in a long, long time that y'all are seeing me doing a live stream discussion for Eden Zero chapter the day it comes out. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, outside of like the huge catch-up stream I had to do a couple weeks ago, the last chapter I tackled on Saturday because, well, I got stuck with work. And today actually was supposed to be a work day. So when it comes to that whole situation, let me just say this. It was pouring. Like, the weather was nuts this morning. And pretty much, work-wise, everyone just said, yo, just hold out today. Like, we gotta make sure everyone's safe. So right now the weather's okay. And because of that whole situation, I'm here. And I figured, well, the chapter of Eden Zero is already out. Let me go ahead and talk about it. Because, not gonna lie, feels. Best description I can explain with this chapter is just feels. Feels up the wall zoo. Also, hey guys, what's going on? Lucky Cheese 7 is back again to give you guys another live stream discussion / review of Eden Zero, chapter 289. The one of the 5 remaining chapters we have left in Eden Zero. And after this, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually kind of sad. 4 chapters left. After this, only 4. 4 chapters are left. And when I put that in perspective, I'm just like, wow, I cannot believe this is it. Like, we are now simply just counting down to what's left of the manga. And to kick things off, we got to talk about the cover page. We have Weiss and Herman. In this case, we got the Wormit cover. And it's cute. It's cute. They're in Herman's little room. You see her smiling. You see Weiss being all, confident, kind of like, read. Which, going back to last chapter, we had Rebecca's cover page sheet, right? Hers had A in it. So we have ah and then re, which, if you know where this whole message is going towards, I don't think it's that much of a stretch to say the message is arigato, which, arigato in Japanese usually means thank you. And I do believe that's the message Shiro is going out with this. We have re. So I'm gonna bet 100% the next cover page we're gonna get for next week is gonna be God. I'm pretty confident about that. If not, well, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure it's arigato. Is what the full message is gonna be. Now, like I said, overall for what the next cover letters are gonna be, I think it's gonna be G-A or just it's either gonna be G or it's either gonna be just the letter G or we're gonna get G and A together. I'm assuming it's G and A together. Now, who's gonna be on the cover page? I got no idea. But let's talk about this, shall we? Let's talk about the title of the chapter. Chapter 289 Recreation. Very fitting title, okay? Very fitting. Because, and I mentioned this in last week's stream. So more likely Saturday stream. But the last panel we got was the Chronophage, like, consuming Mother and, like, reversing the time back, right? And that's exactly what's going on here. So the Chronophage passes by, and then Pino points out the Chronophage, Mother, and Rebecca's like, it ate her. You got Ziggy's reaction, you get Happy being all cheerful. Shiki did it, yay! And to which we got Shiki just smirking at the Chronophage. With the thing, like, I feel like the one I was looking for used to talk the same way. Yeah, and Shiki's kind of like something like, what do you mean? Friends. And then you see the chronophage, and like it starts to like dissipate, like it disappears. The chronophage. So this is I'm gonna assume this is Rebecca talking. It's fading away. And you see that going on. You get Pino pointing over, look everyone, mother, she's reverting back to what she originally was, the planet Earth. You see her smiling, you see her becoming the planet Earth. She changed back into Earth. You see Rebecca like all smiley, all cheery. Well, not cheery, but like in awe. She's like in total awe. Like, it's beautiful. Same thing with Happy. Same thing with Pino. Ziggy smirking, obviously. Again, you get the little chronophages too. They're starting to disappear. And Herbert points that out. Like the baby chronophages are evaporating. The Eden's one's goons are all gone too. And Laguna's like, no signs of the enemy. And then you got Witch. It's over. And you get Jin saying, look, and then Clean's like, the warped space. It's turning back to normal. And Valkyrie points out, like, hey, what happened to Mother? And Ivory says, hell if I know. And then you get Moscow. Moskoy! And then you get Homura saying, it is all right. I believe in Shiki. And then we got, I was going to say Allied Forces, but let's not go with that. You've got the Alliance, okay? You've got the Alliance of everyone we've gotten together, okay? You got the Interstellar. You've got, Erasure Ace Interstellar. You've got Victory. You've got Eraser. We got, in my opinion, Regina? I said, I said Regina. Oh my god. Reina. You got Reina. Got Jaguar here too. Amaya. Got Dragon Joe. Shura's there too. You've also got Kurenai. You've got the Beecubers. You've got oh my god! Why am wow. I'm usually on top of names. Today's the day. Okay, Couchpo and Labilia. There we go. It took a second for me to register that. I'm like I had it and then it just slipped. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Labilia and Couchpo. Yes, it is Labilia and Couchpo. They're like all cheering, like, yeah, we did it, we won. You see the planet. And then right next to Earth, you see the moon, which, okay. And I think I did talk about this a couple weeks ago when I did the catch up stream about when Zhao Mei saying her real name was Luna, which Luna usually does mean moon. So that led to everyone hugely speculating that, okay, if her real name is Moon, if her real name is Luna, Luna usually translates to moon. So because she told Shiki that, hey, I was a satellite for the planet, in that case, it's the moon, right? So, confirmation here that Zhao Mei is the moon. So she, Hero basically laid it out that, okay, she is not the daughter of Shiki and Rebecca. And you know what? In retrospect, in hindsight, in 2020 vision, I think it's a good thing I never did that discussion video. Because as much as I really wanted to discuss about my theories on who Xiaomi might have been, it would have been fun for sure. But looking back on it, I would have been like, oh, okay. So I'm actually kind of glad that we got this whole revelation. Like, okay, Zhao Mei, the Time Oracle, she is the moon. So that's cool. And I mean, just seeing this too, okay? Like you see the moon, and then like you see like this image of Zhao Mei just saying like "Thank you, all of you," to which that catches Rebecca's attention, and like, dude, this shot is beautiful. Like you see the planet Earth, you see the moon, and Rebecca like instantly points out like, "Hey, where's Shiki?" Also, I didn't turn off Discord. I have a habit of keeping Discord on. whenever I'm doing these streams. Like I've realized that I have Discord on whenever these streams are going, and I'm like, I need that to end. Pino's like Master, Happy's like Shiki, and Rebecca's saying no. Come on, this can't be right. Where's Shiki? Where'd he go? Shiki. Why isn't Shiki here with us? And I'm not gonna lie, when I got to this page in particular, which obviously with Rebecca like breaking down and shit, that's the thumbnail I decided to pick for this chapter. Because I know there's one other panel in this chapter I could have used that we're gonna get to. Okay, we're gonna get to the panel that I'm pretty sure everybody wants to talk about. But I picked this one in particular because A, it's the less spoiler of the two. And also, this like really harkens back to Rave Master. Oh my god, like, do y'all remember freaking Haru and Ellie and the Rave Master with Haru doing what he did and you know, in a sense like self-sacrificing himself. That is almost very similar to what we're getting here. With Rebecca asking the question of like what happened to Sheik, and because he's like nowhere in sight. You see him in the beginning, and then after that, he's not there. It's like what? Like the thing is, some people could say, well, you had a similar case too with Fairy Tale, with Natsu being there in front of Lucy, and then he just kind of disappears, and Lucy starts crying too. Yeah, you can. Obviously, that's another comparison you can make too. But the thing about that, I want to say, is this: when you get that fight, like when you get that moment in Fairy Tale, obviously that's just going to the other dimension where you have the Dragon Slayers taking on Agnologia. That's not the case here. Okay, there's no Void. Void is like gone, and the Chronophage is gone. And again, who was with the Chronophage? Freaking Shiki. So Shiki, right now at this moment in the story, we don't know where he is, and that's interesting because, like I said, this was one of the 5 remaining chapters after coming out from 288, and we still got 4 chapters left, which makes me curious because, and I'm gonna keep talking like as I go through the chapter. Pino's shocked. Happy's about to break down. Then you got Ziggy, okay? Ziggy just putting the hand over his head. And he's like, the Chronophage must have taken him away. Because remember, if you're within the Chronophage, it's like present. If you're like within its grasp, it reverts time back. But at the same time, it also means, you know, you kind of cease to exist. This happened on the planet of Gilst. Happened to Lindard's a perfect example. Justice and Elsie, they were there. That planet got restored, but at the end of the day, their lives were lost in the process. So keeping that in mind, it's like, yeah, they won, they succeeded. But right now, it's coming at a cost, and that's Shiki. Shiki is the cost of all this, and man. But let me just keep going on because we go forward in time, okay? We go back to 20,000 years later. And see, this is the page I was telling you about. Because this is the other one I could have used as a thumbnail, but I decided not to. Because I know for 100% people want to talk about this. We cut back to Rebecca, okay? Future Rebecca. 20,000 years in the future, who's still like, you know, being depleted of like ether and whatnot. Like of all the ether she had left. And she's about to wake up. And that's the end of the chapter. Okay, this is the end point of Eden Zero chapter 289. And this is fascinating. Okay, this is really, really fascinating that this is where we're ending off chapter 289. Again, one of the 5 remaining chapters of Eden Zero. From this point on, 4 chapters are left. So, you gotta wonder. You honestly just have to wonder what exactly is going to happen in 290. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you this. I definitely think with future Rebecca waking up, we're gonna get the insights of what happened. And definitely with her waking up, what that tells me, 100%, without a doubt. The chronophage, always asking about the time, wanting back her 20,000 years. This is all going to connect back to future Rebecca. 100% this is going to connect back to future Rebecca. And like I said, Rebecca is going to have a part to play. Okay, like every female character of Hiro Mashima, the main heroine, has always had a part to play in every one of his manga. Okay, Ellie, huge role in Rave Master. One of the most like crucial elements of the story. Okay, Ellie, very similar to Ruby Crescent in Opart Summer. She is vital and like a central point in the story. And Lucy kind of has that too. Obviously, she's getting a lot better, but she does have her relevance in the story. Not as strong as Rebecca, in my opinion, but definitely she has her importance. And I know the big talking point behind Eden Zero was that, okay, we know Rebecca's important. We've seen her importance. But when it comes to this final fight, this final arc, it's kind of like, where's the importance of Rebecca going to come into now? And with where we are currently at in the story, 4 chapters remaining, this is going to be where Rebecca's time shines. Okay? Her shine is going to happen now. Her importance, the lasting impact of Rebecca in the story of Eden Zero happens now. Because we now have the Rebecca from 20,000 years in the future. The one who, shot off with Shiki. Okay? The one who was thought to be dead became Ziggy. And he who once thought future Rebecca is dead. Keeping that in mind, we're here. She's waking up. So obviously, what is going to happen is we're going to get some backstory on future Rebecca. This is all going to connect back to the Chronophage. That's one. Number two, present day Rebecca, gonna get her relevance too. She's gonna get the knowledge. It's, like I said, very, very similar to Linder, okay? Think back to Shiki and Ziggy. That whole revelation, that's what's gonna happen here. You're gonna get a very similar stance here with Shiki. I'm sorry, not with Shiki. You're gonna get a very similar situation here with Rebecca and future Rebecca. 100%, that is what's going to happen. And honestly, I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait to see with what we get. But for the time being, that's all I have to say when it comes to this chapter of Eden Zero, chapter 289. Overall, chapter wise, I'm gonna say pure perfection. This was a pure perfection chapter of Eden Zero. And I honestly speaking, I cannot wait to see what we get with chapter 290 and the last remaining chapters of Eden Zero, because let me tell you what, Hero, since day one of Eden Zero, has had this whole thing planned. He's had the beginning of Eden Zero in mind, the ending of Eden Zero in mind. He's had the main story beats, okay? All the story beats of Eden Zero he's known since day one. The big thing was the connecting points. How does each dot connect to one another? That was the big thing of Hero trying to figure out the story. But the actual plot points themselves, we're getting them now. And it's going to be fascinating. It's honestly going to be really, really fascinating to see with what we get in Chapter 290. But for the time being, guys, that's pretty much all I got to say when it comes to this week's Chapter of Eden Zero. Let me know what you guys' thoughts were on this Chapter of Eden Zero. Were you excited about the things you saw? Were you satisfied? Did you have some things that you have some personal gripes with? And aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm Lucky7. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Eden Zero, or I should be saying, what's left of it. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.